Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, welcome back. Too many. I would speak, but there is about 5 o'clock and 4 o'clock with absolutely zero sound barriers. Bro, whatever. I've got nothing to talk about, anyways. Today's golden hour is. Uh, well, there's a lot of people when I first came here, but I think most of them are left. But also, seems like some new ones came over here with zero sound barriers. Yo, the female cricket game. The entire stadium's empty. I'm losing my brain cells from just looking at the TV. Looking at the TV actually just makes me lose brain cells sometimes. So what does what else there to talk about? Besides losing brain cells from looking at the TV. The reason is because these music videos are just, bro, you know? Currently the place has got like 5 people. However, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 4 o'clock have absolutely zero sound barriers, which means they can hear me. Well, it is what it is. They're not like, what do you call it? They're fine. Different ecosystem, so I doubt they care. That's nasty. Yo, TV's actually giving me brain cell loss. Why did it show an ANZ ad with people kissing? What? Ain't nobody want to see an old ass people kiss. That's weird. Nobody want to see. Is there anything to talk about now? What would there be even to talk about? That's the thing. Nah, throwing that just. Okay, wait, no. I'm losing my breath trying to think about what to talk about. Wait, this is like the first time I'm actually losing so many brain cells this morning. Every single music video and music in this morning's playlist at the gym is actually just cancer. Even Return of the Mac is cancer. Sorry, Sensei. But when you actually listen to the words, it's like, what? I think that's what I've been doing recently. I think that's why I was so silent this morning. I was genuinely listening to the lyrics to see what they're saying, and they're all retarded. Maybe I have a grudge against music or something. But when you genuinely listen to like lyrics from music, what the fuck are they actually saying half the time? It's so weird. They could literally start talking about demons or retarded hedonism or gay shit, but they have such an interesting beat, you don't even pay attention. It's actually a pretty good way to do karmic retribution as well, music, because you can say stuff, but then people too focused on the actual music to understand the words. So when they listen to the song and they speak, if you're not paying attention to the lyrics, but you still listen to it, karmic retribution. It makes sense. Matter of fact, that's a lot of music. If you listen to the lyrics, it's really weird. But then also at the same time, it's kind of like, I mean, how do you say it? All those Japanese songs in the Forza Horizon playlist, right? You didn't even know what they're saying. Like apparently, that really popular Japanese song called "Stay with Me." If you actually look at the lyrics, it's literally just about a girl being sad because some guy's leaving her, saying like she cried at her door every night or something, and begging for the guy to stay with her. But like, Music people use it for drifting and driving, but the actual lyrics of the song is like the girls depressed and stuff. Same for the Brunei circulation, right? It's a bop, but then the lyrics is apparently about the girl trying to have a mask. Matter of fact, I bet a lot of Japanese songs that we bop to probably have a weird meaning, but we just don't speak the language, so we don't know. It's like a Chinese person. It's like an Asian listening to, you know, some kind of. Um, it's kind of like when white people get Asian tattoos. They don't even know what the meaning is, but it looks kind of cool. Like I've seen online before, right? People would put like a tattoo saying something in Japanese or Chinese, but then when someone actually from that language reads the tattoo, it's like doesn't make sense or racist or dumb or something, right? I don't know. I guess that's like the only topic to talk about. That's why NCS music is the goat. Actually, no, I take that back. Ooh, I take that back so bad. Never mind. NCS music has the same problem. I noticed that a lot of the NCS musics I added to one of the playlists on, I think it was like top playlist for tryhards on the channel. I actually listened to those NCS musics and they're actually really bad. Oh, yeah, I should get rid of that. I'm not gonna get rid of the video, but there's like an NCS playlist on my channel, but that one's actually really bad. When you actually look at the lyrics of the music, oh, it's really bad. It's all about hedonism and sex and like weird stuff. I talk so much that majority of the people left. Oh yeah, and today we're also gonna change shirts. Oh yeah, yesterday we uninstalled League of Legends again. How many times have I uninstalled already? I think it's like the third or second time. I think it's the third time I've uninstalled it. Yeah. We did not even win a single game yesterday. Nah, I'm done with it. I'm done with League for now. Even with the new account, we just kept, as expected, golden hours shrink because the majority of the people that were here before me have not slept yet. So therefore, yeah, I'm always going to mention that because when I come at this time, when I come at the perfect time, we arrive when everyone's still here. But again, as we do cardio, everyone's gone. Majority of the people gone. So I think today we genuinely need to just do Forza Horizon and Minecraft. I think it's actually been like 2 to 3 days since I last played Forza Horizon 6. Yeah. And I spent like one day AFK farming too, which gained us like a lot of credits. So yeah, gonna continue Forza Horizon. Go to a lot of races, but now that we've got a really good off-roading car, we'll be chilling. And I guess we could also start the Minecraft series too. I do want to try that out. I can't wait. Hmm. Do I want to do Overwatch though? I don't know, I'll see. The times we stopped playing Overwatch was during like, I think Subnautica phase. Yeah. When we play Subnautica 2, we literally own sort of watch. But we finished Subnautica 2 pretty good. Never finished Power Worlds. And I guess we'll continue Wolfenstein every now and then too. Anyway, today's thing should be pretty simple as well. Today's Earthlock editing should be very, very easy, considering that we have a story video for it. And yeah, today's just another simple day, right? Matter of fact, every day's kind of simple. The only complex days is when I sacrifice the morning routine for like fishing or something. But so far, it's got a pretty loose streak as well. Our hunting and fishing is also on a loose streak. It's pretty bad. What's crazy is that sometimes I think I'd prefer like League of Legends or Overwatch versus a losing trip on hunting and fishing. Depends. Oh yeah, by the way, it's also same thing as usual, right? 300 calories. Anyways, we're gonna have to go dark and change shirts as well, as per usual. Well, not really, but whatever. Shirt. So, change shirts. That doesn't mean there's anything to talk about. I swear I'm actually gonna. I don't even know what I'm saying. I think I've actually got a weaker though. Well, no, not really. What I meant to say is that holding 20 kg plates is actually a lot more heavier than I remember. Still, this real question is why did I even play League? I don't know. Are we even good at the game? I don't know either. It's like when we play intermediate bots in League, we absolutely thrash the bots. But then it seems like any time we play online, we just lose. And we're not even. Oh, GG. And we don't even like. What do you say? I'm not really losing my mind or anything. It's just sometimes just there's nothing in my brain to talk about. Right? There's so many ecosystems as well. I mean, yeah, it's just nothing to talk about, right? You know what I mean? It's just nothing. I mean, I could talk about ecosystems again, but I think. Hold on, shut up. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I was gonna talk about like ecosystems, right? But I think it's just because our ecosystem is just so chill. It's like it's nothing to complain about. Wait, what does it say? Actually, there's one thing. No, not really. What am I saying? I already said this many times, but like you kind of just have to. Depends on the type of person you are, but you're better off just focusing on your own ecosystem. And when you focus on your own ecosystem, you curate it, right? So you decide what's real. You decide what you care about. You decide to you decide on what you put your attention into. And our ecosystem is very isolated and chill. It's almost like prison, self-isolation, but pretty content with that, considering that we can basically just create law by ourselves. with the help of like, I guess, games or whatever, right? Everything's just chill. Just it's not chill, but we can make our ecosystem very chaotic if I choose to. You know, if I told you exactly what I did every day, you might think it's not even chaotic, but wow, he's done a lot of things every day. But to me, it's just normal. Only something new is interesting, you know? I think it's because, no, what am I saying? When you do something new, that's interesting, but then after a while, it gets mid again, kind of. It really just depends, right? It's like the first time doing X, right? It's like the first time doing X, wow, amazing. Second time, cool. And then like after a few more times, it's like, oh, it's kind of same, right? Same thing. It, it's basically just like food. Basically like food, kind of. I mean, actually, it depends. If you eat like me, I don't know, if you eat like once a day, food is like, it depends. Because if you're hungry, you don't mind eating the same food every day because you're hungry, right? But yeah, it just depends, right? Yeah, it's like the it's like the first time eating some kind of food. Second time, it's good. Third time, it's like, oh, actually, I don't know what I'm saying because it does make. It just depends on the person again, right? It's kind of like, for example, Sensei. For some reason, he prefers having something new to play with every single day or something, and then some other people contempt on just playing with the same one until order lowered weight to 18 kgs. Sitting here is painful because of glutes. Okay, wait, it's actually, man, it's like nothing to say because everything's just normal route. Everything's normal routine. And when we put hunting and fishing before the route, if we put hunting and fishing before the routine, that just delays my routine further into the day. And again, starting a business could be interesting. If I were to start a business, what would I do there? I mean, like food, food wise. I think food wise might be the only one that doesn't require too much employees. I don't know. Don't really hiring employees is kind of like the only, yeah, trusting another human. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll probably just try use clankers. I guess sometimes prefer, I would rather trust a clanker than a human sometimes. Mainly because when a clanker makes a mistake, it's kind of like it is what it is. But with a human, it's very different. I mean, no, with the human, it's still it is what it is. But at the same time, it's kind of like you could have picked a better human or something. I don't know. It's kind of like when a clanker makes a mistake, it's like it is what it is. Fix the problem next time, right? But then when it comes to like humans, it's like if you treat the human like a slave, then you can say it is what it is. But if you start having like a relationship with the staff or human, then when they make a mistake, it's a lot more different. It's more headaches. That's what I meant. Yeah, unpredictable. Just I don't know. Just depends. It really just depends on like the context, right? Obviously, I feel like one of the easy. I feel like an easy food job would probably be like baking, bakery. Bakery seems like the chillest, maybe, because you do all of your work in isolation in the morning, and all you do is just sell the pastry when it's hot until you run out, and that's it. I think it's a more stress-free thing, bakery. Sushi is also the same thing, kind of. You prep all the sushi and then you just sell it. Whereas like it's the difference between like active cooking to for hot food and it just depends, right? Active cooking is a lot more stressful. Probably, yeah, it is obviously because when the orders stack up, it's crazy. When you're doing hot cooking and the order stacks up, yeah, it's definitely stressful. That was not a very explosive glutes. I'm gonna have to do another story video today because today's topic is just so boring. Usually we sweat during glutes, but I guess today we didn't. Diamond House cleared out again. Oh no, Golden House cleared out again. Now it's just the locals as usual. This is why I'm hard to talk to in real life sometimes. In real life, if you try to talk to me, like what am I supposed to talk to you about? You know? Yeah, but unless you give me like an interesting topic, then I'll talk. But I ain't gonna take no sides because I already know that everything's black and gray, right? Like if you complain about someone to me, I'd be like, well, from their perspective, this is what they think, or you know what I mean? From their perspective, they think. I'm not one to really talk about topics too much, but it kind of reminds me of something I saw on like X and Twitter. It was like a post saying a group of men attacked like a female, right? But like you don't even know the context. And then like you scroll to another post and you see like someone filming the streets of the night, and you just see all of the women like dressed way too revealing, just walking around carefree. It's like, what's the context? You don't even know the context. The sound barrier is gone, but no one's here. One person's here. Yeah, it's just nothing to really say. That's why I'm really hard to talk to in real life. I'll if someone starts talking to me about something, I'd probably try to take the other side just to, no, not take the other side, but like talk about the other side. I was like, oh, this person crashed. How? What's the context behind the crash? Even when Sen says like women shouldn't drive, that depends on the context as well, right? Because the argument, dude, if I was in those podcasts, I would absolutely just like talk about the gray area. There's no black or white, right? I remember a podcast, someone said that women shouldn't drive, and then their argument was because in F1, there's no female drivers. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, that's not a good, that's not a good defense, because you don't even know the context. It's like, okay, sure, women can't drive in F1, but it doesn't mean they shouldn't drive in the whole city. And then like, you just got to give them like context and scenario. Be like, okay, if women can't drive, would you rather have an Indian? Oh no, sorry. Would you rather have a G? Oh no, sorry. Would you rather have some man drive your wife and child back from home to school? No. They'd be like, woman can't drive. What are you like? You know what I mean? Like, I bet most people prefer their wife to drive the child back and forth from home to school rather than having some other driver. It just depends on the context. And then like these podcasts talking about how feminists or like talk about how people should change. And it's kind of like if that's the ecosystem, let them be. But then at the same time, I mean, of course, this is what happens when you talk about stuff, right? I be like, oh, we don't have to talk about that, but at the same time, we need those podcasts to exist to talk. You know what I mean? So like, there's no right or wrong. There's no such thing as saying, oh, these podcasts are useless because in reality they are needed. Both sides, like everything's. See, that's what happens when you talk to me. It's like I I can't take a side because it's like, oh, I could say that these feminist podcasts are useless, but at the same time they're useful at the same time. They're like, but for the like, you could say, telling a girl to not do this and that. Yes, it's useless, but at the same time it's also useful because it creates a podcast and It's just like it's not. It's all just balanced out. Everything just balances out. So that's why it's so hard to just. Oh, it's not hard. It's just like it all balances out, right? It's like what is it all about? Because it's good because sometimes I mean it just balances out. Just it just all balances out, man. There's no right or wrong. So everything's just grey. You just gotta look at each context and sides, and everything just balances out, right? Like you could literally tell me the worst. You could tell me like something really tragic, and I'll be like, that's good. But oh, this person killed his entire family. I'm like, good. Now another family won't do that. You know? Fuck. You could literally say that a terrorist attack happened, but oh, that's good. That's good and bad. It's like, oh, this guy blew up like 20 people. Oh, okay, well that's good and bad. There's no right or wrong. It's just like it's just no right or wrong, right? It's like different context, right? Why they blow up those people? Where is he from? Context. Like you could literally take both sides. This guy blew up 20 civilians. Where is he from? He's from Purple Land. Oh well, we nuked Purple Land. Oh, like 2 days ago we threw a bomb in Purple City, and all the Purple people died. And then I was like, oh well, now I guess that Purple guy that killed 20 people is like it's not that bad because we already killed like 200 Purple people. It's not like that dark. The only way I can not how to say it. The only way I can justify taking a side is when it comes to humans. That's that's what I can take the side of. When it's human conflict between each other, then that's good and bad balance. But when it comes to like other species, like animals, then I would always take the human side regardless, because it's like let's say a dog attacked a human child. Yeah, let's kill the dog 100% because human lives over dogs. I'm not gonna take the dog side, right? I'm not gonna take the animal side. So when it comes to like things to talk about, the only thing I'd defend is human species, right? But we already do that anyways. We already do that anyways. Yeah. All right, we're done. We popped off near the end, but there's nothing else to talk about. You know what's crazy though? Someone could literally say that their mother died, and I'd be like, that's good. Wait, no. Well, kind of. It's good and bad, right? Different POVs, right? I mean, sure, your mother died, so sad. But at the same time, now, what do you do about it? You should always take an action. But at the same time, you shouldn't take an action because, like, let's say, it just depends on the context, right? And balances. Because, like, I would say, okay, let's say your mother died. What kind of actions you're gonna take, right? But like, if you said, oh, I'm gonna do nothing and kill myself, but oh no. If you're like, oh, I'm gonna be depressed and do nothing, I'd be like, good. Or if you say something like, oh, I'm gonna train harder, okay, good. There's no right or wrong, you know. Just depends on what kind of ecosystem you want to take. Okay, I'm done. Appreciate it. Maybe I'll give you guys a story video or something.